Hello everybody, welcome to the training for metallurgical image analysis system. In this video, we will cover the porosity analysis. As mentioned earlier, for any analysis, you first need to capture the image. How to capture an image has already been covered in the previous video. If you need any clarifications, please see that video again and come here. Here we assume that we have already captured our images, and I have captured my images at a magnification of 10x. I just captured my images using the magnification 10x of the microscope. Now how you do the analysis? First you come to the capture image repository and open my image. So if I move the mouse over the image, it will show a preview. I single click on the image, it will be opened in the measurements window. After opening the image, if you see here, my scale and my magnifications are shown here. I can move this around wherever suitable. I can show it. I can change the colors of that scale. If I want to change the color to some other color, I can do that. These are for display purpose. If I want to change the color of the magnification, I can do that. So depending on the image background, you can change the color of your scale and magnification so that it will be visible when you create a report. Now, after opening the image, you go to measurements, you click on porosity. Now the porosity dialog box opens. If you see the screen, there are two tabs: distribution analysis and configuration. You have to come to configuration. Configuration is where you define how you want to measure, what you want to measure, and how you want to show your result. How you want to measure means how you are going to select your feature, whether they are dark features or medium colored features or white colored feature. And how you want to report means view options. You want to display everything or just a summary, or by length means I can from to length I can display, by width, by area, or by circularity. These are basically, you can bucket your features by length, by width, by area, or by circularity, or you can have a summary, or you can display everything. So the first step is you go to filter settings, you initialize. When you do the initialize, it does a thresholding of your image. Thresholding means it internally does some default algorithm and try to give a feature selection. This is the graph that the system is using for thresholding. This is called histogram. You can search Google and find out more details about what is an image histogram. An image histogram is basically an XY graph which shows the intensity of each pixels on the image in a graph. The intensity will be plotted with 0 as the smallest value and 255 as the maximum value. 0 means a pure black pixel. 255 means a pure white pixel. So any intensity on an image will be some value between 0 and 255. So here x-axis will be 0 to 255, y-axis will be the number of pixels for each of those intensity. So that way it forms a graph. You can see that there are some pixels on this area, very small number of pixels, lot of pixels in this area, this intensity area, and very few or no pixels in the pure white. If you see the image also, you can see that there are no pure white areas, but whereas there are dark areas that is were selected. So this leftmost area is the perfect black, rightmost area is the perfect white. By default it has done a selection 0 to 99 intensity, and this is the selection that is marked by red color are the pixels which has an intensity between 0 and 99. Now if you see, my selection is not proper, so I can click and drag these things. This red if you move the mouse over that, it becomes a hand. I can click and drag. See, this means the selection band is from 74 to 99. So whatever pixels that falls in between this band will be marked as red or selected. But if you look at the image, this is not correct. So that means I need to, my features are dark color, so I select the lowest one, 0, but some unwanted features selected, so I move slightly right. So if you see here, it updates accordingly. This light area is not a feature, this is the dark areas. Now if you see from, this is the correct range, so this is my thresholding correctly. Now how you want to display your result? If you click on by length, by default these are the features that are selected, and the smallest is 16 microns, largest is 140 microns length, by length. If you click by area, this is the smallest area, this is the largest area. So which way you want to see, you can select that. You come to view options, either you can display everything, all the features will be displayed. I can create a summary. Summary means smallest, largest, average, etc. It won't give you any details about each porosity. Or you can bucket your result by length. I can say from 0 to 50 is my first bucket. I want to mark it by red color. Plus if I click here, another row will be added. This is second bucket, 51 to let's say 80. I can give any band. I'll mark it by yellow color. I add another band, 81 to 150. I will mark it by blue color, and I will say anything greater than 151. That means if you put the max as 0, it will assume that this bucket means any pixels of any feature of size 151 microns or more. If the from is 0 and 2 is some value, that means less than or equal to 50 microns. This bucket means greater than or equal to 151 microns. Others are explained by the values that you have. And this I'll give you another color. And I can, so this is a configuration. I will say how I want to measure by length, how I want to report by length. I have defined my bucket size. So I can save it as a configuration. That means next time I don't need to define all these values. I can select my saved filter settings from here and use that. Basically it will be for saving the time. So if I click on the save, it will say configuration data successfully saved. Now what I will run this program against this image. If I click on the run, it will run and add the result to the summary, or I can pause and go. There are two steps. It will first does the thresholding, then it will measure and add the result. The advantage of pausing and going ahead is that any adjustments that you need to do on thresholding can be done. Otherwise system will go with the default thresholding, which may not be always correct. If all your images are perfect with the correct intensity and focusing, you can probably skip these pause buttons, but it is generally advisable to pause and go. Now if I click on run, system will run this program that I have created against this image. So if you click on run, see, first it does a thresholding. You can see that it is not correct. So I come here at configuration, filter settings, I adjust my threshold, and I will say, yeah, okay, now my thresholding is correct. You proceed. I click on resume. See, it calculated my data as per the bucketing and reporting you. Less than 50 microns, I have 4 features. It is marked with red. 51 to 80, I don't have anything. 81 to 150, I have 2 features. It is marked accordingly. Above 150, I have nothing. If I click on resume, it will add to the summary result. Now this is a summary of my first image. You may know that any metallographic analysis is not conclusive with one image. You will need to do analysis using multiple images so that it will average out across multiple locations of your sample. So we will do analysis of the second image. How we do that? We open that in the second image. I run it's already defined here. So my program is already selected here. I run the image. It does a threshold. If you look at the image, my thresholding is not correct. So I go to configuration, filter settings, adjust my threshold. I click and drag this button and I stop. I release it when selection is correct. Come here, I resume. See, now the analysis is different. You see the bucketing. I have lot 27 in this bucket, 2 in this bucket, nothing here, nothing here. When I resume, it will add this current result to your summary result. Now if you see, your summary is a consolidated result of 2 images. System will do the consolidation. You can add more images. I open my third image. I run my program. See here my thresholding I need to adjust. Come to configuration, filter settings, adjust my threshold and I resume. Now this is the result of the current image. I have 6 in the first bucket, 1 in second bucket and 2 in third bucket, and the colored accordingly. If I click on resume, it will add the third image result to the consolidated result. This way you can add any number of images, 5, 10, 20, 50. There is no limit on the number of images that you can add to your consolidated result. The more the better, because the average will be more accurate. Now once you have finished your analysis, now you need to see the result. Result is the consolidated result. Graph will be shown as per the bucket. First bucket 17 is there, second bucket, third bucket, fourth bucket. So this will be a graphical representation on your porosity. This is the actual bucket result. Now it is a time to generate the report. So when you are generating the report, you know that you have captured the result is from 3 images. Either you can display all your images in the result, or you can select one of that. You know that the images are for representative purpose, so generally only one image, the best image from these 3 can be selected and create a report. If you click on the report button, it will show an report dialog where you can enter your customer, who is your customer, your specimen ID, any remarks you want to do, and report. Click on the report button. It will create your report. Since I have selected the Excel format, system will create the report in Excel. You click on OK. My report will be generated. See, the selected image will come here. The pop marked values, number of samples 3, number of particles 44, largest, smallest, width, smallest, and the bucket size, the consolidated result, and the consolidated graph. Your company name will come here, your address will come here, your log will come here. If it is Excel, you can always edit it the way you want it. Or if you want the report in PDF, you can always come here. You go to settings, system configuration. You can say format is PDF, save. Now if you select the PDF report format, if you click on the report, it will create the same report in PDF format. The format will be same, the size will be same, so you create the report in the PDF format. This is how you do the porosity analysis.